Good day, grade 2 pupils. We are in third quarter of your English subject, week 5.1. This is teacher Jaja, your online teacher for the topic Retelling Events. In this lesson, you are expected to retell and or reenact events from a story. Retelling events is a skill which we use regularly, such as telling someone about our day or weekend. It is a difficult task and requires many smaller skills to be developed first. In retelling events, you have to remember or act out all important events, but it would be better if you can remember the entire story. Retelling and reenacting events are two important skills that you must have to check how you understand a particular story. In doing this, you need to actively listen and focus on the details or information presented to you. Retelling events is simply to tell the story again by focusing on the important details. These details include the characters, settings, and events. While reenacting events refers to acting out a story. From the story that you have read or listened to, you have to act it out by focusing on the important details or information. You may also relate yourself in every event so you can easily remember or recall what happened. And as we go on our topic, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also check the notification bell so you can be updated with our video lessons. Okay, so let's proceed. Here is an example of a short story. Listen attentively so you can answer the questions after this. Our short story is entitled The Garden. Juliana and Anna went gardening yesterday. They watered the plants and bushes. Julia picked up the dried leaves and threw them in the garbage bin. Anna planted sunflower seeds. After doing their task, they sat under the tree and ate apples and bananas. They immediately went back to their house because it rained. Okay, so let us answer the following questions. Where did Juliana and Anna go? You may write your answers on the comment box. Let's see. Julia and Anna went to the garden. Next question. What did Julia do in the garden? Let's see if your answer is correct. Julia picked up the dried leaves and threw them in the garbage bin. Next question. What did Anna do in the garden? Alright, Anna planted sunflower seeds. And for the last question we have, why did they go back to their house? They immediately went back to their house because it rained. Alright, you did a great job. You understand the short story and you are able to answer all the questions about our short story. Okay, so are you ready to answer our learning task? Here we go. Learning task number 1 on page 25. Read the short story below. Choose the best answer for each question. Write the letters of your answers in your paper. The story is Hamburger Sunday. Michelle and her friends have hamburgers every Sunday night for dinner. She helps her friend Lily prepare the buns. When the ham is done, Michelle sets the table. Everyone enjoys the delicious hamburgers. Here's the questions. Number 1. What do Michelle and her friends eat on Sundays? A. Hot dog. B. Hamburger. C. Fries. You may pause this video while answering the activities, and you may write your answers on the comment box below. Number 2 question. What do Michelle and Lily prepare? A. Hot dog, B. Sauce, C. Buns. Number 3. What does Michelle do after cooking the ham? A. Eats, B. Sets the table, C. Goes home. Next, we have learning task number 2 on page 25 to 26. Read the short story below. Choose the best answer for each question. Write the letters of your answers in your paper. The short story is about Red Riding Hood. Mother gave Red Riding Hood a basket of food for Granny. On her way through the woods, Red met the wolf. The wolf ran ahead to Granny's house and pretended that he was Granny. "What big eyes you have," said Red. "And what big ears you have." Red screamed when the wolf tried to eat her. The woodcutter came and frightened the wolf away. Here's the questions. Who went to visit her granny? A. Red Riding Hood, B. Fox, C. Woodcutter. Number 2. Who said, "What big eyes you have"? A. Red Riding Hood, B. Fox, C. Woodcutter. And number 3. Who frightened the wolf away? A. Red Riding Hood, B. Fox, C. Woodcutter. Here's our learning task number 3 on page 26. Write true if the statement is correct and false if not. Do this in your paper. Number 1. Retelling events refers to remembering what we read or listened to. Number 2. You must read the story again while retelling. Number 3. It is okay to forget the important details of the story in retelling it. For our learning task number 4 on page 27, read the short story below. Choose the best answer for each question. Write the letters of your answers in your paper. Our short story is about Amber, the ant, and the dove. Listen attentively. One hot day, Amber the ant was searching for some water. He came to a spring, but to reach it, he had to climb up a blade of grass. While making his way up, he slipped and fell into the water. A dove sitting on the nearby tree saw him and quickly plucked a leaf and dropped it into the water to save the drowning ant. Here are the questions. Number 1. Where did the ant climb to get some water? A. Tree, B. Vine, C. Blade of grass. Number 2. How did the dove save the ant? A. Plucked a leaf and dropped it in the water. B. Swam. Or letter C. Called a friend. Number 3. If you were the dove and you saw an ant drowning, what would you do? A. Save the ant, B. Fly and enjoy, C. Go home. Next, we have learning task number 5 on page 27 to 28. Again, you have to read the short story and select the best answer for each question. Write the letters of your answers in your paper. The short story is about Harry and the purple crayon. Harry is very imaginative. One day, he decided to go for a walk. He took with him his favorite purple crayon. He drew the moon. It started following him in his path as he continued his walk. Along the road, he drew his favorite tree with his purple crayon. Moving a little further, he drew a beautiful sea with a boat to sail. Here are the questions. Who is the main character in the story? A. Peter, B. Gary, C. Harry. Number 2. What is the favorite color of the main character? A. Blue, B. Purple, C. Pink. And number 3. What was the last thing that Harry drew? A. Moon, B. Tree, C. Sea. Okay, on learning task number 6 on page 28, you are going to reenact the story in learning task number 5. Do this in front of your parents, guardians, or siblings. Then ask them to give their comments about your performance using the questions below. So you are going to reenact the story about Harold and the purple crayon. Here are the questions that you have to ask them. Number 1, was I able to reenact the events well? And number 2, did I include all important details in reenacting the story? And for the last activity before we end, in your paper, complete the paragraph by selecting your answers from the choices below. The choices are events, understands, reenacting. Retelling number 1 blank refers to recalling of the important details from the story read or listened to. Meanwhile, number 2 blank events means acting out the story using the necessary information. Retelling and reenacting events are 2 important skills that one must have to know if he or she number 3 blank a particular story. Okay, we're done with our English 5.1 topic. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Bye-bye.